Welcome back to The Real Deal with Empire. I'm your host, Ali Fawaz. And as you know, we've been doing something a little bit different this season with our Metro Marvels Commerce and Business Development series. We've been focusing on the municipalities and the people that make their cities thrive, whether that's working for the city government themselves or maybe owning a business. Now, because every thriving community actually has entrepreneurs who take a leap of faith, whether that's them investing in something themselves, maybe they're creating jobs, they're bringing new energy to a neighborhood. Today's guest did exactly that. Joining us is also Ayat Sleiman. She's the associate broker and architect for Empire Realty Group. Ayat represented our guest throughout the commercial real estate process, from helping her find a location and negotiating the lease to help bring her vision to life. Now, our guest today is Hannan McKawi, founder of Glam House. It's a beautiful new salon that's quickly making a mark, and she's also an engineer by profession. Today isn't just about opening the salon, right? There's a deeper story here for us to focus on, and it's actually about entrepreneurship. It's about believing in yourself. It's about navigating the commercial real estate space and what it really takes to turn an idea into a thriving business. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome, Hannan.
Thank you.
We're very happy to have you. And Ali, thank you for finally convincing me of being with you on the show. And we're very excited to have one of our clients with us to tell us the story about how did we start it and where did we begin.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Perfect. All right. I'm Hannan. By day, I'm an engineering manager. And rest of the day, I'm a wife, a mom for 2 beautiful boys. And I'm also the owner of Glam House.
Love it. So what inspired Glam House?
So, you know how it is in Middle East, we're always raised that you have to be an engineer or a doctor, and pretty much that's it, right? Like, these are the 2 options.
Engineer, doctor sounds about
Engineer,
right.
doctor, yes. And then I moved to North America, and I realized that I want to do more, and I want to be more. And I always had these ideas about owning a business, having something that I create and I work hard on. And throughout the years, I had a lot of ideas, like real estate, juice store, like whatever you call it, you name it. I thought about it. And then I got the opportunity, actually end of last year. My sister, she used to work from her own home, do nails, and she wanted to expand. And I was like, oh, okay, wait a second. You want to do that? And I do want to open my business, so let's do it together. Yeah,
I was going to ask you, like, what finally sparked you to make that happen? Was that the spark?
Yes.
That was it.
Yes.
I think, Ali, most of the people, like, especially our community, when we come here to North America and we work the jobs, the traditional 9 to 5, we realize after a while that we are a business owner in like by nature. So we start like looking into finding our own business. We start to finding like, a better and more steady income, and we're leaders by kind of traditions.
By tradition.
So and I think this is where Hannan came to me, from that mentality. I want to establish my own business. What I love about Hannan, she had a commitment, and she from the beginning knew what she wanted to do, and she had her goal set, and she used to do like a lot of homework in order for her to meet the end goal. And that is very, very helpful was for me as her realtor, and we worked together very nicely. We're gonna talk about how did we meet, but we'll continue later on this.
I think what you're touching on is that entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
And when that's in you, it needs to find an outlet.
It does.
And clearly that was something that you were trying to find, where does it make the most sense, and it's gonna come out, and it's a form of creativity too, if you think about it. It really is.
It is. And like going through life, like you always make excuses. Oh, maybe that's not the right time. Now I'm busy. Oh, I'm having my first kid. Oh, I have something tough or new position in my job. So I got to a point, I'm like, that's it. I have to do it. I gotta do it now. I don't want time is slipping through my fingers and get to a point like I wish I've done it, right?
So who reached out to who first? Did you call her and say, "Hey, I want to do this"?
I did.
She did.
I did. And you know what? There is actually a funny story about this. So my accountant actually gave me her information and her number, and I was in a gas station. I was calling and thinking, yeah, realtor, she's not gonna pick up, like I'll probably just call, leave a voicemail, and that's it.
That was early morning.
That's like, yeah. And then I called and she picked up, and I'm like, okay, now what I'm gonna do? Like, I have to have a full conversation. I'm in a gas station. I'm not gonna drive. I need to focus.
And she called me, and then suddenly we start talking about everything but the main cause, what she's calling about. Okay, and this is how where Middle Eastern background comes in. Oh, where are you from? I know so and so. Her sister ended up to be like a mother of one of the children that over my son's school, and then we end up knowing each other somehow. We talked about everything, and then at the end of the conversation I found out she wants to open a nail salon.
That is true.
And that what kind of sparked our relationship, and then we start having a really detailed communication. What do you want? What I loved about Hannan, and I think that every business owner needs to do this homework prior to their search. She knew what she wanted. She knew the community that she wanted to target. She knew the area, the geographic, and she knew her budget and what was the end kind of funding that she wanted to reach, and that made it so easy. And I have to say, when you aim with this mission, things start working for you. It's like a Lego. It's everything start like a puzzle start fitting in a place, and that was
So she did her homework early on.
I did, yeah.
An engineer.
Yeah.
An engineer,
Very
right.
thorough.
So
and
imagine
Yes.
engineer and architect got together and then tried to find a place and establish a business.
And a nail salon of all
And a
things.
nail salon.
A nail salon.
So maybe this question is for you. What was the search process like? How did that start?
I have to say, we started approximately I want to say by the end of October. And by December 1st, we had a contract. And and in commercial world, to have that quick of a decision to find the right location to establish a business, especially we were looking in a pretty wide geographic location where we were between Canton, Inkster, Dearborn, Livonia, Novi. So we were around that southwest area and there. And we end up finding something in Inkster, and that was also nailed many of her criterias that she was looking for. So she calls me one day after we looked at several places, and she said Aya, I want to see this place. And we coordinate with the landlord representative, and we came and we saw the place. Let's talk about that, Hannan. How did we find the place?
It sounds like you pulled up and it just went,
It was honestly, like a roller coaster of feelings.
Right.
I remember that because you're telling me calm down, right? Take it easy. I'm the space is nice, the location is nice, but the place was a mess.
Right.
True mess.
Okay.
It was a pizza place. So can you imagine they had the
Grease,
sinks and the grease and the ventilation
ovens
dangling from the ceiling and I'm looking at that, I'm oh my God, but the space is amazing, but I can make it work, and the fear and at the same time the determination, it's a lot of feelings at the same time.
Is that where the vision, obviously as an architect, as a designer by trade, you can look at space and immediately see the vision of what it is. How did that translate?
Absolutely. So this is where we start seeing we start seeing things beyond what we need. First, as many of you know, in the commercial world, we come into a white box, and we can do the build out and develop it. We were not nowhere near a white box. So we had to negotiate to get into the white box first, then negotiate the rent, negotiate the terms, negotiate everything that it needed to be. So in the meantime, we were looking into the possibility how this place could turn into the nail shop with the vision that she had. So we were working on both sides, the design perspective and the city codes and requirement, because it used to be like a restaurant, and when we're turning it into a retail, we're checking like electricity, we're checking like HVAC, we're checking like, the flooring system, everything. And then with the nail salon, exactly, we needed to have a different type of plumbing, different type of HVAC. So we needed to look into all of these details, in addition to what is the landlord is providing for us. So negotiating a solid and a good contract, that took back and forth a lot in order for us to reach everything that we needed. And I don't want to say like, everything happened by luck, everything happened by study. We were like
we worked hard for it.
Right.
Yes.
We worked very hard for it in order to negotiate the deal that we wanted. And get into the final stage. What helped also is her sister is an architect as well. And you imagine? So she had the whole family working.
Yes.
A nail technician, an architect, another architect and a realtor.
Yes.
So
the whole family's working, yes.
Tell him the story. How did you start like do all the editing for the place with your sister, and how much hard time you gave her?
Oh boy, like she's an architect, I'm an electrical engineer. She's asking me to take measurements. Like, come on, girl, I can't do that. I take measurements. She's like, that does not make sense. And then she goes again, like, that's how you take measurements. So no, it was honestly an interesting journey. I want to stress on the contract part of that journey, because again, like, we talked, and like I worked with a landlord to get me the contract. She sent it to me to review it, and I'm like, that's like a 15 pages of gibberish, like legal gibberish. I don't understand any of it, right? And I was overwhelmed, because like you feel like you're signing something that you're locked for years with it, right? And I really had no background, and Aya helped me a lot. She reviewed the contract with me section by section, and then at the very end also she connected me with a lawyer, really good lawyer, and just to kind of like do the final review, and that's it. So that was a challenging part, honestly. And thank you so much.
Hannan, that's the least that we can do. Like, we want to make sure that our work is just like beyond secured. We want to make sure that you're taken care of to the maximum limit, like, having the enjoyable of the place, and then also like, the peace of mind that you're not gonna go run into like, any legality. And what I love about Empire Ali, especially like after I joined, it's just like we have a legal firm inside of the office that it is available 24/7 for any of our agents to like get like, legal advice at any point. And we want to make sure that our clients are secured. Like, it's not a transaction for us.
Not at all.
It's for us. It's someone like success is our success.
Yeah. Well, normally I start this podcast with the slogan where I say, it's not about transactions, it's about transformation. And that's so what you're touching on, the fact that we have in-house legal, we have in-house architects, we have in-house designers, we have our own in-house title company, we have our own in-house lenders as well. We've created an ecosystem that makes it so much easier for our clients and for our staff, our agents, to position themselves not only as the center of all answers or the subject matter expert. And if they don't have the answers, they have the resources and the power and the tools behind them to support that. And it sounds like this was the perfect kind of scenario with that. So through the process, was there ever any doubts maybe that this was going to happen, or did you question whether the place was going to work out?
No. It
just felt right, honestly.
I have to say, between like, since we had the contract, She did a full build out, beautiful. We're gonna see that, insert that some of the videos that we took. We did the grand opening. It was in less than 4 months.
Yeah, we
And
opened
then,
March 21st.
March 21st. We signed like December 1st.
We signed December.
We were supposed to get the white box by June. We got the white box by June 22nd, and then they extended a little bit, maybe a little bit later, right? It was around that time, and she did the whole build out in less like a couple of months. And it was amazing. 22nd. January 22nd.
Yes, January.
Right?
You're saying that, I'm like, no.
January 22nd. And then like a grand opening was March 21st. This is the quickest.
Wow.
And then she still had like a few months free from the contract that we negotiated
nice.
before she established the business. Like,
that helped,
that was
by the way. That helped so much.
Tough negotiator.
I didn't
This is
even
the
know that
negotiator
this was
you
possible.
want.
Like,
in
seriously.
your
And then
point,
she
yeah.
was like, no, we're going to throw this. I'm like, are they going to agree? She's like, just leave it to me.
You won't know till
And
you
she did
ask.
it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. So now Ali, we want to turn about how's the Glam House now? We want to know about the Glam House. Okay.
Yes. So actually, I had a vision for the nail salon. I don't want it just to be like any nail salon. I wanted to add a little bit extra to it. So I added a kids waiting area. I have TVs, bean bags, toys, whatever you want it, call it. It's there, which is like really amazing. It's kind of isolated from the rest of like the clients, just because not everybody comes with their kids, right? They don't want to have to worry about kids. So that's one thing. The other thing is I have a treatment room where we have like facials, lashes, waxing, threading, whatever. So it's kind of like one-stop shop. And I find a lot of my clients found this very, very nice, that they come do everything. They come with their kids. They don't have to worry about the kids. We have cameras. We have somebody sitting like by the
She gives
by
an
the
iPad
reception.
for each client to see the kids in the day. I don't want to call it daycare. It's just like a waiting area.
Like a waiting area.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you've created a differentiator for you that sets you apart from the other establishments
that is correct.
might try to compete. I'm going to say try to compete.
Yes, and I keep adding more. Like I listen to my clients and I hear their concerns and I build on it. So like I've heard some clients say, well, the space is too open. We kind of like more privacy. So I got like a privacy wall and I added like, you want privacy? Here you go. Here's your privacy, you know? So I believe customer feedback is really, really important in growing. And like this is the whole idea, right? You want your clients to be comfortable and happy, right?
Yep.
That's what leads a successful business.
Absolutely. If you're listening to what your clients are telling you, if you're truly listening, and you're adapting and changing, and if you want your business to stay relevant, you have to keep on evolving it. And here you are immediately hitting the ground running and making changes as you're just opening up the establishment, which is amazing.
Right. I have a funny story to that too.
Yeah.
The treatment room, we tried like the bed. Oh, it's not comfortable. Let's get cushion. Let's add heated mat. Let's add blankets. Now, like I get some clients, I promise you, they fall asleep. It's way too comfortable. Like while they're getting their session, they fall asleep.
I have not tried yet.
It's like so comfortable now. Too comfortable.
So when they fall asleep, this is a great question, I think.
Yeah.
Do you wake them up?
Honestly, no. I'm like, okay, let them relax a little bit. It's okay. But yeah, I had a client sleeping in the pedicure chair. I had clients sleeping in the treatment room and the bed. It's warm. It's really nice. You gotta try it.
I gotta try it. I have to try it. Okay,
but try it.
I heard you have something special for our Empire people.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Excited to know.
You do have discounts.
Okay.
Coming
nice.
from
Nice.
For all Empire people.
For all Empire. Yes.
Okay.
And
That's
all
you.
the clients that are coming from our podcast too.
So they just need to, do they need to just mention Empire or something like that?
Yes.
You guys heard that.
We will take care of you guys.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll make sure I'll put it on the group chat.
Yes.
And then you know what? I'll have you sign it.
Yes. Yes.
So Hannan, what was the most stressful part of the process?
Balancing everything. Honestly, when I started, my oldest was 4.5 and my baby was less than a year. and like the house and my engineering job, and pretty much balancing between everything. And I'm very involved with my kids. Like I have like no electronics kind of policy, so I always have to fill their time with like activities and whatnot. So like I'm always part of their life, right? So how to do this, continue be close to my kids and manage my business or getting it started, and do good in my engineering job. So it took a lot of time and energy, a lot of late nights. Getting up super early in the morning.
Like I remember
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Hannan and I, our conversation was like starting from like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
this is
my morning
like,
drive.
And then we will end sometimes maybe until like 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. This is like the last text messages we had. I went one time to her house, and then we like. What impressed me really how organized is her house.
I'm clean freak, by the way. So my salon is super clean. My house is super clean.
I was like, you know what? How can she manage to have everything? And especially when she used to come and then prepare all of those sheets, and then I'll give her something, an assignment, and she'll come back with all of the notes, all of the questions, like all like with the grid, beautifully done. So I want to applaud that and her skills and behavior, how well she is organized, and she's very kind of maintaining her time. So and the babies are so amazing, and she managed to make sure that they go to their activity. She posted about their daily things in school. You're a super mom.
Thank you. Honestly, they're amazing kids, honestly. So.
If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? And so anything worth having is worth putting the energy and the effort into it.
It is.
Now, if you look back at things, would you have done anything differently?
Maybe I would be a little bit less stressed. But I honestly had Aya by my side, with these calls, I would always tell her, when I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. And she was, you're always calm. When you talk, your tone is calm. So it's kind of brings
Soothing.
that stress down, a lot. So I'm stressed out. I just call him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm okay.
No, I can play.
This is great. It's so great.
She's a therapist as well. You didn't know that.
She is. Yeah, she played a lot of roles in that journey. But no, it was
It was really successful. I think we talked about it's very very important to know behind the scene when you're going and establishing a business, how much details there's in behind, and the stress. It's not because you don't know what you want to do. It's because you have no control of the end result, and that way basically what it give all of us stress. But Hannan, tell us about some of after you opened the business, what are the main challenges? Now you're face to face with the public.
Yes.
How does that, were you prepared for that? How do you see that? Especially it's your first time business.
Yes. I think one thing I didn't even know that it was going to be an issue, and it is an issue, finding the right artists or technicians. It's very very hard, and I started late. I started when I had an opening day on mind, and that was a big mistake. I should have started a month or 2 before it, because until now I'm still struggling to find the right team.
But that's normal, I think, Hannan, because I believe in every industry, trying to find the right team to work for you, it takes time.
It does take time.
Even I hear it with the medical offices, for them to get the right team to work with their patients, it takes time, and then it takes a lot of training.
Yes.
And after a year or so, it works. It happens and it works.
The other problem too is you have your vision for your business. You want certain service to be at certain level, and then not necessarily all these people share the same vision, right? For them maybe it's just a job, but for me no, it's a lot more than that. It's an experience, it's a client comfort, it's high service, it's a lot more than just get my nails done and leave, right? So finding the right people that share your vision is hard. very hard.
Okay, and how's the turn after? Like, how do you feel like people like after? I'm sure you overcome some of those struggles.
Yes.
But how is like right now? How do you like feel about it?
I right now, honestly, the team that I have is really strong. We're not a lot, so maybe sometimes I would have like only 2 people a day or something, but it's fine. Like I rather have only 2, but they're good, than having like 6 or 7 that they don't like provide good services.
Yeah.
So I'll continue searching. If you're looking for a job, come find me.
So quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity, yes.
Being
Yes.
very selective.
Yes, because the clients, they see this is a new nail salon, so they want to try it. But if they come and they don't have a good experience, they will never come back. And nail specifically is very personal. Like you're gonna find every woman have her like favorite nail artist.
Yeah.
And they usually don't leave. Like they stick
Yeah.
to that nail artist for years.
True.
Yeah, like I had some clients, they come and they tell me, well, I've been with that artist for 10 years, but she moved out of the city, so now I'm shopping for like another artist, right?
Okay.
So yeah, it's very personal.
Yeah, yeah. Now, as a woman entrepreneur, have you faced any challenges, or have you found support from other women in business?
Yes. So challenges, I had my self-doubt obviously at the beginning, because like it's such a big project, and like imagine like working with contractors in a construction site, buying all these new equipment, managing all of that. It was overwhelming, but I wanted to beat the odds. I had this goal in mind, and I just had to get it done. I had to do it. I honestly feel like I want to be a good example for my kids. I want to tell them a successful story with all its pains and hard times and good times, and I want to be a role model for them. So the journey is worth it. With all of its ups and downs, absolutely worth it. From my personal fulfillment and from my impact on my family and my kids. And yes, I honestly was a great support. And I remember at some point, like I was doing an exam and you were doing an exam.
I was doing an exam, right?
And then we would call each other about like studying. Like with all of this, we were studying to get like different certificates, like for her in your field. And I was doing the program management for whatever the reason is. I have no idea why I did that. I just did it.
She just needed an extra stress during the stress.
I just wanted to feel like.
Do I have enough on my plate? No, I can add more.
I can add more. Like honestly, they didn't even ask me for it at work. I just did it.
Like Hannan, I have a question. So how important was it, the family support during this journey?
Honestly, very. My husband has been fantastic. He's been great support, honestly. He was very involved with the kids. He helped me a lot. Sometimes like just as simple as picking up from school, and sometimes as actually preparing dinners for them and helping them at the end of the day and getting them to sleep, and just how amazing and how great of a father he is. I was always comfortable. And my in-laws, by the way, I have the best in-laws, and I know like a lot of people will get jealous, but they're
Even though
amazing.
she's saying that and she's Egyptian. So
They're amazing, honestly. No, like it doesn't matter what time of the day. I can just call like my sister-in-law, like I need help or like whatever, and she's like, yep, she's right there, like in the moment. So having all that support, it makes the journey easier. You know, at least I feel like I have support. You know, I'm not alone.
Yeah. That is nice. So if we were to bring this back to the Metro Marvels and we talk about economic development, when people hear the phrase economic development, they automatically think of government programs, is what I believe happens. But true economic development happens through entrepreneurs like yourself that decide to open up a business in a community and help that community start driving more revenues, driving a sense of community and bringing business in. That is true economic development. How does it feel for you knowing that you've opened up Glam House and you're contributing, you're giving back to the community in that way? Do you ever think of it in that way?
Absolutely. So actually the plaza that the salon in, has been quiet for years. And then the landlord, he started by opening the grocery shop. And when we were doing the construction at that time, it was kind of slow, if you remember. It was like even like it was
like a few
slow.
stores in that plaza.
And then I opened my salon, and he's really working and getting more businesses in the plaza. And you go now, and it's full. The plaza is full all the time. Clients for the shop, for the grocery shop, or for me, or for the jiu-jitsu place, or now he opened Fines. That's like amazing, by the way. So he keeps like building more and more in that plaza, and it's amazing. I feel like it being part of that community, we have to focus about keeping the revenue circulating in the city. We're providing jobs, providing services, luxury services, instead of having to drive like I don't know where, going to a chop. No, you have now this place close to home, part of your city that
Conveniently located. On Beach Daily Inn.
It's Inkster. I apologize. It's Henry Ruff and Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Henry Ruff and
That's
Cherry
where you
Hill.
guys got to go.
Henry Ruff and Cherry Hill. I have to add into this. So Hannan's decision to open up a business in this particular plaza, where it looked at the beginning it would scare any investor to come into it, because it looked dead. It looked like there's no life in it. Like even the sign was not fully lit, and it's not inviting. However, Hannan, she saw a vision, and she believed in that this is the area that it's in need, and then I'm gonna start and put my money and invest in this plaza. And that's what a successful investors need to look like, and then see the demographic and see who they are targeting. And this is like a call from me, the cities and then the commerce in the city, they should look into the new businesses, support them, whether an advertisement, or whether in certain incentive. New businesses in cities like Inkster or any other city, it needs to be supported from on a governmental level. Absolutely. In order for them to continue, because that nourish the city and service its own people as well.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the cities that do that really well, they'll oftentimes identify a corridor where maybe it's a struggling area of town. And the ones who recognize that enough where they decide to put programs and incentives in place, that maybe it'll be, hey, we'll contribute X thousands of dollars to change the facade, just to welcome businesses in there. Or I remember there's a municipality that was telling us, that invited us out to have a conversation, because they identified that they had a shortage of grocery stores. And they said, if you can help us find grocery stores and attract them to this area, we have these particular incentives to attract them to the area. And so I think the municipalities that see that, have the vision, put the programs in place, they do recognize that. And sometimes it takes a spark, like an entrepreneur like yourself, to start a business, and then suddenly they realize, okay, if you build it, they will come. Yeah. And the other ones start following. It's like the domino effect starts happening. Right. And suddenly that community starts changing overnight.
Right. It's true. Yes.
And you get all the credit as a beginner for this. So other people will follow, and then you're not going to be just a role model for your children. You're actually going to be a role model for every woman who's trying to establish a business, whether it's in her field or background field or not. She's just has a vision that I can create a successful business that serve my community, serve the people I care for. And you choose the nail, the beauty industry, which is, it's very demanded, and then having adding to it the mother care, where you adding that kind of a private area for the kids. That was very amazing to have such an idea, that you want the woman to go and then have a peace of mind. I'm here to take care of myself while also my loved one are being taken care of. This is a great idea, and that only comes from a businesswoman with a mom background.
Yes, that's true. I always had to think, who's gonna take care of the kids when I go get my nails done?
That's great.
It's possible to do both.
So we're gonna go into, before we close, I like doing a segment called Real or Ridiculous, which is fast questions. and you tell me if this is real or if it's a ridiculous sentiment. Okay. And I'm going to open it up to both of you guys. I want to hear
I was
both
not
of
prepared
you.
for that. Ridiculous.
This is off the top of your head. So, owning a business is easier than people think. Real or ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would second that.
Two ridiculouses. Next question. Location is more important than marketing.
Neutral. I think both are important.
They both play a big role.
Yeah, I'd say they kind of do
But,
support one another.
Right, but if I were like, split them, location is still important, but in this world, marketing is equally important.
Yeah, I don't think you can do away with it with marketing. And then obviously, as they say, location. So it's, both are important. Well, I'll accept that. Social media can make or break a new business.
Correct.
Are you using social media?
Very much.
Nice.
You're going to find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Tell them your handles, or what is your...
Glam House. Just Glam House.
That's easy.
Yes.
Glam House.
Yes.
I would not have to say that. No, I think still we have... I don't know. I think it's different for businesses. I have maybe social media maybe supportive in certain businesses. Other than that, I believe in the real estate industry. We're still working with the real people. I don't see social media doing much. It may be it's a spark at the beginning, but the real work is the real experience, real work, word by mouth is just, I think it's still the strongest one.
So with my bias coming from marketing and social media, you can't have one component. The marketing and social media in general is the air cover.
Okay.
Right? You still need the relationship building. It's like the conversation, how this started, the relationship that you guys built, it didn't start on business. Even though the call started as a business call, it quickly turned into a friendship. And that's trust. That's building a relationship is what happens first. That layer is so critical in anything. And so you've got the marketing, but then you need to have the human element that supports that, where you're actually building the relationship, you're working with your clients and so on.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Every entrepreneur should own the building their business operates from. Real or ridiculous?
Kind of ridiculous. Because that's a really high target, Start slow and grow.
You have an opinion on this. I want to hear your opinion.
I agree on owning. It depends on the area again. But I am a big fan of owning your own real estate. Yes.
Is that your bias because you're an agent?
I'm a big fan in owning your own real estate. But again, it depends. I all the time say real estate is case by case, similar to a patient going to a doctor. They might have the same symptoms, different sickness. But I'm in general, yes, own a real estate. That's what I say. Renting depends, case by case.
Last question. The best business decisions are made outside of your comfort zone.
Yes.
True.
And it's you gotta venture. I believe clarity comes from execution, not overthinking. So just do it.
I would have to second that. I agree, definitely.
Nice. Before we wrap up, important question. For some of our listeners who've been thinking about starting a business, what's one piece of encouragement you'd give to them to spark them to kind of get up and make it happen?
Okay. This is very, very important. You cannot wait until life is not hard or busy. If you want to do it, you just have to find the time and the energy and the will. And I believe determination is one of the strongest forces on earth. If you have the determination to reach a certain goal, you can do it. So don't wait. Love that inspiration. I really do. Before we go, your website, is it glamhouse.com? Glamhousenails.com. Yes. Sorry. Glamhousenails.com. Yes. And Instagram? Glam House. Got it. And TikTok, Glam House. Yes.
Glam House Nail.
Yes.
Her thing is the username for Instagram is Glam House Nail.
Yes.
Are you sure?
But she had
Oh.
to say, yeah, because I've
Hold
been
on.
following her on my accounts right
I'm
now.
sorry. Did
Let's
I screw this
rewind.
up? Yeah.
Wait, the last section.
I'm
Oh
glad you
yeah,
caught
yeah.
that.
Glam
And then,
House
you
Nail.
know,
Hold on. Let me find
And
the
I
TikTok
don't
too.
like the hesitation when you said your website.
So how about
yeah.
how about if I do this?
Let's do that.
What I'll do is I'll say, where can people find Glam House, and then you tell them the website and tell them the Instagram.
Okay, 1 second. Yes.
Yep.
Nails.com.
You know what? By
I'm sorry, I
heart.
just had to correct that.
I'm
No,
glad-
no,
that's good.
that's
You're
good.
perfect. That's
Perfect.
great.
Well, that's
Glam
great.
House
That would have
Nails,
been
Glam
yeah.
House Nails.
That would have been
Yeah.
unfortunate if it
Glam
would have
House
been live.
Nail type. All right. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
Where can we find you? Yalla.
So where can people find Glam House?
So we put posts on Instagram, Glam House.
One more time, but don't lean back.
Oh,
'cause
sorry,
I can't
yeah.
really see you. Oh, but you're good. Go ahead.
Okay.
So where can people find Glam House?
So Instagram, Glam House Nail, TikTok, Glam House Nails, and our website, glamhousenails.com. I always put on our website the latest offers, and I also like put posts. Like every month we would have an offer, and I would make a post and I put it pretty much everywhere, and then I would put it in the main page on the website.
Love that. Well, Hannan, congratulations on taking that leap and just getting everything set up. Ayat, thank you for helping make someone's dream a reality. And this conversation is exactly what Metro Marvels is all about, right? It's about great communities. They're not built by buildings alone. There's people behind them that make these things happen. So thank you guys for joining us on this episode. And remember, it's not about transactions. It is about transformation. Also remember, follow us, like us, and make sure that you follow us on social media. So this way you'll get the latest updates as we drop new episodes. And also leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you guys think about the episode. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys for being here.